friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another First Listen review, and I'm really excited to babble today about the new Jerry Cantrell album, I Want Blood. Just got done listening to this thing a couple times through, and I've been a fan of these guys, not since Man in a Box, but since their first album, Facelift. I remember when they first came out on the scene and that song was just hitting the airwaves, over and over and over. I thought it was, I don't know, it didn't hit for me at first, but when I got the album, I heard And We Die Young, but it was like Bleed the Freak is what did it for me. That song just was like, I was in for the rest of my life after that song. And of course, in case I didn't mention it, which I know I didn't, Jerry Cantrell is the main songwriter for Alice in Chains. He shares lead vocals on several tracks throughout their career. In case anybody out there didn't know that, that's why I kind of mentioned that. But I've been a fan of Jerry's solo work, and the thing I liked about his solo stuff is that obviously it's going to sound similar to Alice in Chains, but he doesn't try to copy what they do, even though he's like the main guy coming up with the riffs and stuff. I remember when the first album came out there, Boggy Depot, I thought that was really interesting and different. Some of the stuff he's come out with since then it gets really a lot more slower and just dirgy and sludgy, a lot more than Alice in Chains did consistently. But this new album here has got a little bit of that in there, but it definitely rocks at points too, which I like to hear as well. Actually, the first couple songs really just take off, and he's always got cool time signatures and melodies and harmonies that just the normal person just isn't going to come up with. And that's the one thing I think that really draws people in, and he just kicks it in with the first two songs, being a little bit more up tempo. Nothing on here is really super hard rocking or anything like that, but those first couple there kind of start out the most up tempo I think of the whole album. But then when it kicks into song 3, Afterglow, that's where it really kicked in for me. Just the harmonies and the chord structures he uses are just not normal either. He just kind of does whatever he wants, and I just always like the way his solos feel in the songs too. It doesn't matter if it's a little sloppy or a little bit simple sometimes, but he can definitely shred when he needs to, but doesn't seem to care, and it just makes the solos fit the song. And that's kind of when I heard Afterglow and I heard all that, I was like, yep, this is the Jerry Cantrell that I love. And from that point on, it gets a little bit, the song Echoes of Laughter is a little bit slower, and but what it is about the melodies and these things and the harmonies, I don't know, they just kind of really draw you in. I was actually driving around when I was listening to this album the first time, and I just kind of not paying attention to what I was doing because the songs were kind of drawing me in a little bit. But I think my favorite one on this whole album was Throw Me a Line. Something about that riff, it's not a whole lot to it, but the feel of it is just hypnotizing. It's it's a more upbeat mid-tempo type song, but whatever it was, that one I just wanted to hit repeat and just listen to that one again. That one was probably my favorite one on here. We got Let It Lie and Held Your Tongue. Actually, Let It Lie was a little bit slower. Held Your Tongue bigs up the pace a little bit more there. Not quite as drawing me in as the rest of the album, but then it ends with It Comes, which is hard to explain. It's for the majority of the song, very slow. But in the middle of it, it kicks into full out rocker, and then somehow transfers back into slow, and you don't even realize that happened. And it's kind of cool, and an artist, I think, can do something like that and turn things around without you even realizing what had happened. It kind of takes you on a little bit of a journey. At first, when I got this album, I was kind of bummed when I saw it was only 9 songs. But then, after listening to it, you realize the songs are really not that short. Most of them there's a couple shorter ones, but most of them are up around 5 to 6 minute mark. So it actually filled out, it was a little over 40 minutes, I think is what this thing clocks in at. So not short. There's a lot of albums coming out nowadays that are just super, super short and, 30, 35 minutes. And I thought it was going to be one of those, but, not that songs have to be long, but when songs are long, And I don't consider these at all. I mean, I listen to like a lot of progressive music where the songs are like the side of an album. so long songs don't bother me at all. What bothers me is when songs are long and they just go on and on and on and repeat, and you just go, oh my gosh, I can't wait till this thing ends. And luckily, I did not get that feeling from this. In fact, like I said, I listened to a lot of long songs, so it's like I didn't realize that they were like long until after I looked and saw that they were. So I was very happy with that. I also realized I forgot to mention he's got some guest people on this album. He's got Mike Borden on drums on a few of the songs. He's got bass player from Metallica there. I can't think of his name now. And Duff McKagan, guesting on this. He's played with those guys before, so I wasn't surprised to see any of those names on here. Mike Trujillo, is that his name? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here all of a sudden, but somebody correct me. I'm sure you will in the comments. And as always, feel free to leave what you think of Jerry, if you've heard this album, what you think of it. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. Keep this music alive, because if he's going to keep making music like this, I'm ready. I think this might actually be one of these albums that I listen to and grows and grows and grows, because I've already noticed it after several listens that it's like really, really growing on me. And it didn't hit me at first, but now after listening to it a few times, I think it's really going to be like maybe the album of the year for me. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But until next time, we'll see you.